Hello and welcome to The Game Plan, a channel where we are all about the Fallout. You're joining us to watch the trailer for the new Fallout TV series that's going to be launched by Amazon Prime in April. It is such big news for the Fallout fan community that it has put me in front of the camera for the first time. That's right, this is me. So, I'm here because I have to watch this with you. Even watching the trailer must be done delicately. Let's put this in context. Make no bones about it, the stakes are very high here. If Amazon does well with this, and if it's popular with both the fans and, TV goers at large, then we will see more Fallout content, and I am all for that. Fingers crossed that this trailer looks encouraging. Now, full disclosure, I have read some things. I've seen the images they've pre-released, so I know some names and a little bit of info about this thing, but I figured I had to watch this with you. So if you're ready to dive in, I'm going to hit play on this, and I'm not going to comment too much during the video. But afterwards, we'll walk through it. I know I'm going to have some things to say. All right, here goes.
I know that I've lived a relatively comfortable life.
Vault Dweller at the center of it.
Stop!
Good move.
Listen!
Iconic exiting the vault scene.
You need to go home.
LA.
Vault dwellers are an endangered species.
Rad roaches.
I do not think you would be willing to do what it takes to survive
He's
up
talking.
here.
Todd Howard, of course.
If you insist on staying, then you will have to adapt.
It's dog meat. Oh, we're definitely talking about that. Put a pin in that stuff.
I don't want to see tomorrow.
Love the vertibirds. Love the song. Good signs. There's the power armor.
Tomorrow, so they say, will be a lovely day. A bright new sun will suddenly break through.
Megaton?
But I don't
A ghoul.
want to see tomorrow.
A ghoul with charisma. Oh, and a guy without any.
I see it with you. I grabbed a moldy one.
Put a pin in that. Yow guy. Oh, what? Bridley? Joel from The Last of Us? Wouldn't be Fallout without mushroom clouds. Appropriately dystopian tone at the end there. Okay. Whew, what do we think? I'm finding way more to like than not. I'm encouraged. I'm gonna be watching episode 1. Based on this trailer, I will be watching. In fact, heck, if you guys want, I'll watch it with you. Alright. Now, I'm gonna walk us back through this thing. I'm gonna pause it a lot more this time. There was so much I wanted to talk about. Here we go. Okay, yes, vaults. Good. Vaults should be at the center of this whole thing. That's what makes the Fallout franchise stand out.
Comfortable life.
I love the vault exiting scene. Classic.
Stop! Listen!
Dude, you had your chance. You should have made your move. Okay, she's out of the vault now. Okay. He was really good with the Seasons of Westworld. He controlled. He was very good.
Vault
Jonathan
dwellers
Nolan.
are an endangered species.
Oh, okay. Rad roaches. Of course they have to be in there, but I feel like they've got a budget. These special effects have a budget. That's great.
I do not think you would be willing to do what it takes to survive up here.
Todd Howard, of course.
If you
Is that ship CGI, or did they find one in like Namibia or something on location? It doesn't really matter.
insist
Moving
on
on.
staying,
Okay,
you will.
okay, we're pausing it because if you never watched the series Lost from, I don't know, 1,000 years ago, maybe the best part of that entire incredibly popular series was the character Ben Linus, who this guy played.
Oh my goodness, what a fine honor. I salute the other formidable actors in my category.
He was kind of the bad guy, but really complicated and nuanced. It's a really good sign he's here. It's a really good sign he's in this. I mean, it means they've got some talent.
have to adapt.
It has to be dog meat, right? Okay, let's talk about dog meat being in there. From what I read, the series takes place 9 years after the events in Fallout 4, which were in Boston, and this is in LA. So it's 9 years later, and it's across an apocalyptic wasteland the size of the United States, and yet I'm still hopeful there's a dog meat in both places. Let me explain. Dog meat, if you don't know already, a lot of you might. Dog meat is a companion, a German Shepherd dog companion that shows up in several of the franchise's games, and they are years apart and geographically really far apart. And somehow this dog shows up to guide the protagonist in several of the games.
The story of a canine con artist with a second chance at life.
Is he some mystical spirit being sent to, help us through? I don't know. I wouldn't put it past him. He's that epic. I'm just glad to see him in here. I'm pretty sure that has to be him.
I don't want to see tomorrow.
All right, the vertibirds look good, don't they? They're getting the vertibirds right. I mean, that's a win right there. It looks a little bit like an Amazon commercial for next day shipping. For some reason in my head, because this is put out by Amazon, my brain just goes there.
It's an Amazon drone, and after rising vertically like a helicopter to nearly 400 feet, this amazing hybrid design assumes a horizontal orientation and becomes a streamlined and fast airplane.
But I'm liking it. It's working. Oh, and the song that cued on, man, that's good. It's a good sign. It's this kind of like nostalgic song. Here's the thing. Here's the reason I'm raving already about the soundtrack choice is it indicates they understand the job here. The job is to thread a very difficult needle. See, because the aesthetic of the games that everyone loves so much, and by everyone I mean, I guess like me, this is what I love, is that it's about an America we're nostalgic for, because it's an America that we are kind of familiar with, even if it's through like Norman Rockwell paintings or something. This mid-20th century ideal of Leave It to Beaver. I mean, sure, maybe the real thing wasn't that ideal, but hey, we all know that is a nostalgic version of America. So it's about that, with anachronistic songs like this one. And then it's also about an America that never was, though, because this is an entirely different timeline. It's like a different alternate universe version of America. I mean, bombs drop in 2077, but it looks like 1957, like the transistor was never invented. Everything's still analog. And then it's also about an America that it hasn't ever been, like, yet. It's about the post-apocalyptic future of an America that never was, but is supposed to remind us of an America that used to be. Right? That's complex. And if the show is getting that right, then that's half the battle right there. If the aesthetic is right, then I'm already on board. Enough from me. Here we go. Okay. Pausing it again. So this is Maximus is what I read. And it makes me wonder, is he related to, Elder Maxim from Fallout 4, the leader of the Brotherhood of Steel in Fallout 4 9 years before this in the Commonwealth? Maybe. I mean, it's possible that Roman-based names are just a really common thing in the Brotherhood's ranks, but it makes me wonder if there's a connection there. Here we go.
Tomorrow, so they say, will be
It's working. The aesthetic's working. Okay, let's talk. So you probably know, but maybe you don't. The vaults in the Fallout series, they're this kind of very distinct thing. Not many post-apocalyptic series are all about vaults like these. The thing is, each of them was some kind of, not just a bomb shelter, but some kind of twisted social or genetic experiment. So immediately when we saw Vault 33 at the beginning of the trailer, a new vault, the question comes to mind, so what's the effed up experiment here, right? And I'm assuming that as we see this vault descend into chaos, it's got something to do with whatever the Vault-Tec experiment was. I could be wrong. And we don't know if this happened before our protagonist Lucy left or after, but I'm betting it's Vault-Tec's fault, right? Which would be totally on brand. Pitch perfect. I'm hoping it's Vault-Tec's fault because that'll be better for me, the fan. I will appreciate it. Here we go.
Sun will suddenly break through.
Okay, we're pausing it again. Sorry. There's just a lot, right? It's a trailer. Looks like Megaton, can't be Megaton. How do I feel about that? I mean, I'm not going to complain. Just because it isn't Megaton and clearly is a nod to Megaton. The series is going to do that. They told us that it isn't set in any of the games that we know. It's not set in any of the exact same settings we know. So it's going to try to remind us of those games that we love so much, but it's not going to be exactly them, and we're just going to have to make our peace with that. So, I mean, I plan on just getting on board with as much as I can get on board with. Here we go.
But I don't want to see
the ghoul seems like he might be a cool character, right? I like the actor.
Unless
buddy.
I see it with you.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Two things. Number one, the series won't shy away from gore. That's probably good. That's on brand. Number two, the spit take in the trailer tells me that there will be some humor. There should be. I mean, Fallout is an irreverent series. It's not like a fully super campy type of irreverence, but it has its irony, its sarcasms, its humor. So I'm glad to see the series is embracing that a bit. I hope they don't go too far. Maybe we'll talk about that in a minute. But then there's the next thing we see, which raises concerns. This. Sorry to keep you waiting for my comment here, but since when has there been a Cyclops in Fallout? Maybe there was, and I missed it. I haven't played everything there is to play in the Fallout universe, but I don't remember any Cyclopses. And why would he be a Vault-Tec employee? He looks like he's sitting, next to an overseer window. Why would a Vault-Tec vault dweller have a Cyclops eye? That's like the vaults are built to avoid radioactive mutations. This is the thing that, okay, I'm a little worried here. I will spell it out. If the series puts a bunch of weird things on camera just to be weird, they'll miss the mark there for me. I don't want just random weirdness that you could imagine. I want it to fit Fallout, so we'll see. At least the actor's good. Minigun turrets, yeah. Mr. Handy. Oh, okay, hold up, wait. Here's another actor I want to talk about. Did we go back far enough? There he is. Okay. Now, this actor has been in many, many things, like since the 80s, right? You might know him from them. The most recent thing I'm familiar with him from specifically is Portlandia. He played the mayor of Portland, and it's kind of funny they've cast him as a Vault Overseer here, is what I read. His name's Overseer Hank or something like that. A Vault 33. That's what they said when they released the images, right?
Have to control our borders.
Yeah, but we can't legally not allow people to come into the city.
No, we can't.
I mean, I don't think it's a promotion, but it's kind of interesting they cast him in a role kind of like that. I think he'll do great in it. All right, here we go. Oh, don't you love it? The Yao guy fighting, some attacking a Brotherhood of Steel guy in T-60 power armor. I mean, that's a scrap. That's a scrap, and it looks pretty good. Okay. This. This is kind of like the Cyclops. I'm a little worried. I mean, yeah, when I first saw this, I thought of the Super Mario plant coming out of the pipes. But that's a Wanamingo. I mean, even I caught that part. I think it's a Wanamingo. But what are the fingers in the mouth? I don't think that's from the games. Why would they be there? Do I not know something? Do Wanamingo like assimilate their prey, parts of them? Did they randomly evolve human fingers in their mouths the way some fish randomly evolve like human looking teeth? Is it just complete coincidence? This is image of the trailer number 2 that I am concerned about. Don't just throw weird stuff in there to be weird, please. But okay, here we go. Oh yeah, we gotta back that up. You know why? Not Machine Gun Kelly there, the fork in her eye. I wonder who she is. Seems cool. Is that the Prydwen? Right? That's the question. This is 9 years after Fallout 4, and there is a scenario where that could be the Prydwen, right? If the Brotherhood of Steel prevailed at the end of the events of Fallout 4, then the Prydwen is still intact. And the thing is, Captain Kells of the Prydwen tells you that the Prydwen is the biggest airship the Brotherhood has. He says there are others, but he says this is the biggest, essentially, in so many words. So, and that looks like the Prydwen. So doesn't it kind of have to be the Prydwen? I don't know, but it's cool to see. They seem to have done a good job with it. Hopefully, the lore all works out in a way that is friendly with canon stuff. Here we go. Okay, I had to say it, didn't I? Didn't I have to? He looks a little like Joel from The Last of Us, you know, protecting the protector of the little girl at the end of the world. And he looks a little like Rick Grimes now that I'm on the subject, with the cowboy hat and riding on the horse at the end of the world. But the thing is, I love pre-war backstories for ghouls. It's great stuff. And I liked Rick Grimes and Joel from The Last of Us, so I'm not actually complaining. This might be a great element. Wouldn't be Fallout without mushroom clouds. Oh yeah. Okay. My hot take is this. I will be watching episode 1, definitely. And I will be watching the release of all trailers and images and news going forward very closely. Because as we all know, if we're fans of the Fallout series, this is a big deal. The stakes are really high. And if they get this right, it's great for all of us. So please, stay tuned. Check out my channel. Please like this video. It really helps me out. Check out my channel and subscribe if you like my content. I will bring you more. And I can't wait to see you in the next one. Thanks, everybody.